What up, y'all? Meowth here. It's Rogue Theorycrafting time. Rogue got some pretty bonkers powerful cards that are going to push a lot of archetypes back into viability. So let's go ahead and start talking about them. So first of all, we've got Kingsbane Rogue. I think Kingsbane Rogue is the one that's been getting talked about the most about from everybody. And so I'm super excited to show you guys 3 different Kingsbane lists. Okay, and you might be like, 3? Whoa! But what we've got here, I'm going to show you the stock version here first on the left, followed by 2 different takes on the list. And I think they will be all 3 worth testing, maybe meta dependent, maybe fun dependent, whatever you're looking for. But I think all 3 are going to be definitely super viable and super competitive because Kingsbane Rogue looks like it's getting a ton of really, really strong cards. So first of all, we have our stock Kingsbane list here on the left. With the main inclusion being that Secret Passage. Secret Passage allows you to have 3 copies of Myra's, especially with the preps and oils on the Myra. It looks super bonkers, super strong. Myra's is an insane card, and running 3 of them is pretty damn strong. Secondly, we're going to be talking about a turbo version of Kingsbane, where you're actually cutting the Myra's altogether, right? Because you're now running double Secret Passage and you're running double Voracious Reader. And you're playing this very similar to just a full-out aggro Kingsbane Rogue with a whole bunch of refill. And if you can't kill your opponent by turn 4, turn 5 with this deck, you are probably losing, but you're also going to be killing your opponent on turn 4, turn 5 very consistently with this deck. And then we've got a little bit of a slower version of Kingsbane Rogue, trying to take advantage of the Steel Dancer. I had to build one deck, at least, that was modeled around the Steel Dancer. So this is a little bit of a heavier list, right? Running Greenskin as well. But yeah, this is going to be a turn 4, turn 5 Steel Dancer that summons a random 5 cost, 4 cost, 6 cost minion a lot of the time. And so yeah, here you guys go. 3 versions of Kingsbane. Play whatever one your heart desires, whichever one you guys want to play. Because I think all 3 are going to be pretty strong. And so now let's talk about another big meta deck that got a huge buff. We're talking about Odd Rogue. So obviously Secret Passage is super strong, but also Tour Guide goes in this deck. Tour Guide, we talked about it when it came to Odd Paladin. Super strong in these aggressive Baku decks. And then a card that I think, 2 cards that I think went completely under the radar in the card reveal streams were Vulpira Toxin Blade. This is a 3-mana 3/3, already like decent stats, but it's a aura effect, passive, give your attack +2. So now your 2-mana hero power is equip a freaking True Silver, right? It's a 4-attack weapon. It's insane. And it synergizes really, really nicely with this other card that we're going to talk about, Cutting Class, right? 1-mana draw 2 in an Odd Rogue list. Odd Rogue has always historically struggled with card draw and has kind of made up for that with resource generation off of Pharaoh Cat or Swashbuckler. And now that we have card draw, we don't need that, right? And we don't need to rely on randomly generated resources when we can just play strong cards from our deck. I mean, Odd Rogue has always been one of those decks that's been kind of under the radar. Like, it's been consistently a tier 2, tier 1 deck that people just haven't played. And I think it's getting a huge, huge, huge set of buffs this expansion. And should be a very, very strong meta deck. Alright, now let's talk about a couple more fun off-meta decks. So let's talk about Aggro Rogue. This is very similar to the kind of aggressive Kingsbane Rogue. But instead of Kingsbane, you're just running strong weapons, strong pirates, and then you get to equip or include eviscerates and saps to go along with your Voracious Reader. Honestly, the Myras might be a little bit overkill in this deck, but more draw, more better, because you don't have to include the Kingsbane, Deadly Poison, Prep, Raiding Party, oil package. You get to just put in more burn with like Leroy's and eviscerates. So another deck that I think was going to be very, very strong. All right, and now let's look at a more fun aggressive deck. I feel like I've talked about nothing but aggressive decks, but that's kind of Rogue's identity in Wild. We've got a stealth pirate aggro Rogue with a little bit of a mini Death Rattle theme in there with Sneaky Delinquent, Skyvateers, and Akama, as well as Infiltrator Lillian. Do I think this is going to be better than Odd Rogue? Probably not, but is it going to be a very, very strong deck because it gets to run Ship's Cannon? Abso-freaking-lutely. And you can't go wrong with the Stealth package. I think the Stealth package is just very, very strong, honestly. And it's a ton of draw, which maybe Rogue doesn't need, but instead of Voracious Raider, we're running this really cool Stealth package. And last but not least, I've got like a mini Burgle Rogue mini tempo Burgle Rogue. I like to build Burgle Rogue as a more aggressive strategy, just because I think the cards kind of lend themselves to that. But like Underbelly, Fence, and Vendetta are very stupid strong cards that are pretty high tempo. And stuff like Wand Thief helps you enable that super easily. And now you get even more kind of draw and resource generation with Secret Passage, because cards you generate off of Secret Passage stay in your hand. And yeah, and then you get the Strider Stowaway combo, Leroy. I mean, I think the deck list speaks for itself. This is probably going to be the most fun, but probably the worst out of the 6 decks that we talked about. Does that mean I'm going to play it a ton? Absolutely. But yeah, guys, that was a ton of Rogue decks that we just talked about. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If I missed anything, let me know. If you guys are like Reno Rogue aficionados, please send your list my way. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. If you guys did, make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe. It's free. It supports me a lot. And so yeah, if you guys are looking for refined versions of these lists, make sure you guys check out the Discord or check me out over on Twitch, twitch.tv/getmeout, where I'll be playing a ton when the new expansion drops. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys enjoy Scholomance Academy, and I will see you guys next time. Later.